Welcome to Facebook Media Central. I've never done this before.
No,
I don't know what we're doing.
Great. Yes, Facebook Media Central, where extraordinary disasters are pending. I am Renée Zellweger from Bridget Jones' Baby, and this is...
I am Sharon Maguire, the director of Bridget Jones' Baby.
So thank you all for joining us to talk about Bridget Jones' Baby and for sending over your great questions. We're very excited to dive in. Who knows what could happen?
Are we? Are we excited to dive in?
I think we are.
Here we go.
We're ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Renee.
Oh.
Sergey asks.
Oh,
Sergey,
hi,
am I
Sergey.
saying
Hi.
that correctly?
Hi, Sergey.
How hard was it to come back to your Bridget role? Do you remember the first shooting day of Bridget Jones' Diary? How was it?
Wow,
Good
okay,
question.
it is a good question. Hi, Sergey. Thanks for sending the question. It was a lot of fun to come back to this role because I love this character, and as an actress, it's a dream come true role. You sort of get to experience the entire sort of catalog of human emotions in the few months that we film. I love the physical comedy. Oh, we have such a good time together. Yeah, it's a little hard to get through the scene sometimes because we laugh a little bit too much. Maybe.
No one falls down like she does.
Oh,
she falls down really well.
Thanks very much, Sharon. And let's see, the first day we shot with Shirley Henderson, who plays Jude, who actually, I don't know if a lot of people know this, is a character who was based on Sharon Maguire. Sharon Maguire, friend of Helen Fielding for many, many years. So, so anyway, there we go, little tidbit of trivia. Yes, we were filming with Shirley. Bridget finds herself pregnant, which I don't think is a giveaway given the title of the movie. No spoiler alert with that one. She goes to visit her friend Jude to get some advice about motherhood, and she's terrified. And Jude has not controlled the chaos of having 4 children running around the kitchen. I think 2 are playing a game of knife throwing. One is throwing the knives at the little girl who's standing against the wall like this. The other one, the infant, is screaming inconsolably, and the other is out on the trampoline throwing the cat, the family cat, in the air. And unfortunately, the scene didn't make the film.
But it will be in the bonus features.
Oh, good.
It was a good one to shoot, though, wasn't it?
It was so fun.
It was very funny. We had very good children in this, didn't we?
They were very good.
Very
the
good
knife throwing was
children
very,
actors.
it was very believable.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I really enjoyed that. And there was a Polish builder in there, too.
Oh, yeah, he was quite
kind of
good.
chaotic Polish
Yeah,
builder.
he
So
was
that
quite
was our
good.
first scene, and it was one of my favorites, and it didn't make it, did it?
Yeah,
So
no,
that's a-
you gotta
Oh, look,
kill your
there's another
darlings.
question.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Phi?
is it Phi?
Yeah.
Phi Meyer. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful name.
Yeah.
Phi Meyer, she wants to ask you something, Sharon. Sharon, how is it to come back with Bridget and her world?
Oh, I hate them. So it was really difficult for me. No, I love them. We're a very we're a big dysfunctional family, the Bridget Jones cast and the crew. So, you know, it was like going back to visit your dysfunctional family. We all have the same jokes. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? We have the same old things we tease each other about. Colin's always telling me how much he loves Tom Ford as a director. I really don't want to hear that. I mean, Tom Ford is a genius, but I really don't want to hear how much of a genius he is from Colin. So I had to put a stop to that pretty soon. Just sort of just said, will you stop telling me about Tom Ford and how great a director
He is kind of great, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know. Can't wait to see his
So,
new film, too,
You know,
right?
so that had to stop. What else did we do? It was kind of haunting as well to come back to it, because I think we've all been faced with how the characters have their fantasies come true, and you know what happened to them 15 years ago, and in doing that you have to question your own fantasies for your life and whether they've come true. So we've all had a big existential journey on this one, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's particularly the actors, because they've had to kind of see themselves as they were, you know, and then as they were in a different manifestation, and then as they are now. So I think but that's what we wanted in a way. We wanted to give them an existential, angsty journey.
Thanks for
I
that.
think that's worked very well.
Thanks very much for that. It was, I think that's what's really interesting about it, because it feels like so many people who discovered these characters with the book so many years ago, we all kind of grew up with them, you know, and to catch up with them further along in their life experiences is kind of an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
It feels like a reunion with friends that you
Yes.
didn't know you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that documentary, that brilliant documentary 7 Up.
Mm.
You know, and we've kind of been doing it on film with these characters, but it has, you know, has some similar experience.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I think so.
Well, Mindy Gunter's got a question, Renee.
Oh, hi, Mindy.
How excited were you when you found out you were going to be working with Patrick Dempsey?
I think you know the answer to that, Mindy. I think you know.
Be still, my beating heart. Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey, what a lovely guy.
Yeah.
We had a really good time with him. We were really, really glad that he was available because he had been committing a lot of time to his racing schedule. He was doing the World Endurance Competition all over the place, and
That dude is action man, isn't he?
It's a little weird. I was
Yeah,
surprised he didn't show up for work in a helicopter.
Yeah,
You know, like
kind of
sort
raced in off a,
Yeah.
you know, on a Porsche
Yeah,
off a racetrack,
yeah, there you go.
and then acted a bit, and then raced off again,
Yeah.
and won some races.
Yeah, came
and-
back from Japan, a
Yeah.
title winner with his team. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy and
Yeah.
a really, really talented actor.
Yeah.
So we were happy that he hopped in. He seemed like the perfect new foil for Mr. Darcy, and a really interesting kind of new rivalry because they
Yes.
don't necessarily represent kind of your typical standard archetypes, but they're both kind of nice guys.
Yeah.
And it's
And he was very much playing the all-American
yeah.
dream guy.
Yeah.
But he plays it with a sort of ironic twinkle in his eye. He kind of stands outside his acting and gives it a little ironic slant. And so that was very good. He's very much the new world, and Mr. Darcy is still constipated and repressed and the old world, you know. But what's really nice about it was we decided that one of them wouldn't be a cad this time, you know, that they really liked each other. There's a big bromance goes on, sort of on and off the set, really.
Off
Yeah.
the set. We were
Yeah.
third wheels
Yeah.
whenever we were around those two guys. They were fast friends.
Yeah.
Colin likes to joke that he can see the spin-off from this film.
Yes, that's right, the bromance between the two. They were standing in a corner on their phones, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yes.
chatting racing and theater and all kinds of things. Anyway,
Yeah.
we had a nice time with Patrick. We were
Yeah.
glad that he was available and showed up. So thanks for the question.
Miriam has a question, Renee.
Okay. Hi, Miriam.
Do you see yourself a little in Bridget?
More than I'd like to admit. But I think that that's really her charm, isn't it? Is that we all kind of see ourselves in Bridget Jones and her imperfections and being privy to her inner dialogue about her anxieties and her self-depreciation and, you know, the challenges that she faces and being worried that she doesn't measure up. I mean, we can all relate to that. And especially the verbal incontinence and the awkward moments at the most just inopportune times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I really relate to.
Yeah, I really like the fact that she is, like all of us really, she has a kind of inner healthy self-loathing and it combines with a kind of outer misguided self-belief, you know. So, you know, the inner voice is all about self-loathing, and then the outer voice is, you know, this persona.
I can do it.
I can do it. Yeah, no problem. And somewhere in there is the humor. I think we're all a bit like that. I'm a bit like that now. I'm doing it
Right now?
Inside, I'm going,
can
shut
do
up,
this."
shut up, shut up, shut up. You're boring. Outwardly, I'm like, hey, look at me directing, talking, having a casual conversation with my actress friend.
Yeah, well, we cheer for her.
Yeah.
I'm cheering for you.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, thank
Your
you. How are we
Facebook.
doing? Wesley Thomas has a question for both of us.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Wesley.
Hi, Wesley.
What was the biggest challenge working on the third movie?
Time?
I can answer that one, Wesley.
Time?
I've got
Yeah. What would
time,
you say?
yeah.
It was time.
Also, we shot it in winter. It was very difficult to get all these actors together at one time because there are a big cast now, and we had to shoot it in winter. Nobody wants to shoot a rom-com in winter in England, believe me, because every time we got the cameras out, there was a storm with a name on it, like Clifford or Storm Herbert or Storm this, every single time. So when we were trying to shoot big set pieces in London where, you know, they're carrying her to the hospital, I won't give anything away, but it was like cameras waving in the wind, snow, ice, hurricanes, you know, so that was the hardest thing about shooting the movie. For you?
Yeah, I would say the same because we had to really hurry up because there's only about 4 hours of daylight.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and usually when the storm comes in, there's a tiny little summer dress.
Yes, that's right. 'Cause we were pretending it was
parkas
summer.
and hats and gloves and mitts, and I'm smiling in a tank top, which actually helps the humor. I think.
Yes.
I think because it just you already feel a little bit awkward and exposed and vulnerable, and so it's not too hard to imagine Bridget's circumstances. You know. Anyway, it's a great question. Thanks for asking.
Okay, now the question. I'm quite enjoying this now. I feel
Yeah,
like a kind
no,
of
right?
daytime host.
Yeah, let's go.
So, Renee.
Katessa.
Stewart has a
Hi,
question.
Katessa Stewart.
Renee, is it easy for you to get back into the British accent? Also, are you able to go back to American when you leave the set? Yeah, I'd like to know why she's speaking in this funny voice today, because, like, what is that? You know, like, who are you?
Yeah, it's funny. We have spent more time together in our lives when I talk like Bridget than myself.
Yes.
It's a little weird, isn't it?
It is a little weird.
Feels like a betrayal, doesn't it?
I know. And like 30 seconds after somebody calls rap, she stops talking like Bridget and she starts talking with this strange Texan twang. And I'm like, who are you? Who are you now? Because, well, I don't know if most people know, you keep the accent the whole time, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to start over every single day. So, yeah, no, I moved there about a month before we start rehearsing so I can start listening and hearing it, and then it just becomes a habit so I don't have to think about it anymore, because that's probably, I mean, it's an important part of, obviously, of this character development and all of that, but I don't want it to get in the way of telling the story and of whatever it is that might happen accidentally on the day. Whenever something sort of magical is happening, I don't want to be thinking about my vowels. So I kind of lazily just kind of get it done and stick with it the whole time, because it's just simpler for me.
It's strange the way we all accept it, though, isn't it? On the crew and all your friends and everything. She carries on to us talking in the British accent, and we all accept her. And when we find it strange is when you revert back. We go, I don't feel comfortable now. You know.
Sorry.
So
sorry about that. It does feel strange after 4 or 5 months, because what I have learned, if you're interested in boring actor things, is that you have to use different muscles in your face in order to, you know, achieve the accent. And so going back to using the usual muscles in your face feels really strange for a little while once you stop. So it takes a minute to get used to the same old normal, I guess.
It is very much part of your process, isn't it, to the accent, the voice training. It's part of kind of like how you become her, I think, having watched you do all of that, you know. And also the research that we do. We both get very excited about the research for the character.
Yeah.
So we went to a newsroom. We went to a place. We have a show in the UK, Good Morning Britain. And
a lot like Good Morning America. It's a live television program, morning television program.
And news, and they have a news gallery like you'll see in the movie. And so we got very excited, and Renee was there for a couple of weeks, and I went backwards and forwards. And those people fly by the seat of their pants, don't they?
The controlled chaos in there is extraordinary. I mean, and talk
unbelievable.
about pending potential disaster.
I know.
It's unbelievable. They have crews all over the world, and you have to stop when the show, you know, is timed out. You have to stop. So when you have the actress on the couch who's really verbose about her latest project, that's a big problem. It's a big problem.
Right.
I swore to myself from then on, I'm keeping it short.
Yeah.
One word answers, yes.
But also, it's kind of interesting that I forgot what I was going to say, but it was really interesting.
It was interesting.
it was a really good point, and I forgot it.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. They've got a new question, look.
Oh, great.
Look,
Okay.
this one's for me. This one's
It
for
is,
me.
it is. Jackie Bassett. Hi, Jackie Bassett. Jackie Bassett wants to know, which Bridget Jones movie is your favorite? Which one was your biggest influence, Sharon?
Ooh. Well, it's a bit tricky, that one, because I obviously have to say the ones I directed. So I would guess that, well, I don't know. This, I think they're both my favourites. The first one obviously is my favourite. The first one, I have to say, I was flying by the seat of my pants. I had not directed a movie before. I'd done documentaries and commercials, but we were both groping our way towards it. It was a big risk, the first one, wasn't it? They had a first-time movie director, and they had a Texan playing a beloved English character. So
what were they thinking?
We were both kind of like on the surface of it going, we can do this, and behind the scenes going, what are we doing? So there was that was kind of quite an interesting experience, wasn't it?
It was kind of fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we grew up a lot together from sharing that experience and trying to find our footing as we went along.
Yeah.
And they were, how crazy were they giving us those jobs?
Giving us that money to make that movie.
With them. Well, I'm glad they did.
This time we were a bit more comfortable, weren't we, with it?
Maybe.
Because we knew each other. And
still nervous because we didn't want to blasphemize the experience of these characters in any way. We didn't want to compromise the integrity of that world and what it's come to represent for so many people.
Is blasphemize a word? It's a great word. It's a good word.
Oh, thanks.
I love it.
Blasphemize.
No,
it works sometimes.
Sometimes. This time we I felt by the time we got to on set, we were just grunting and grimacing at each other, didn't you? Because basically you would do a take and then I'd come towards you going, and you go, oh, I know what you mean. I'll do it. And then I come towards you, raise another eyebrow, you go, yeah.
Oh, that.
You want one of those?
Yeah,
okay,
got it.
So
yes, a lovely shorthand.
Yes.
Yeah, we did share a lovely shorthand.
We did.
And the same sense of humor.
Yeah, exactly.
We could be problematic sometimes.
We're both quite adolescent, I would say, aren't we?
Sometimes.
Both adolescent about, we're filming with famous actors. Oh my God, we've got to do sex scenes. So we're both a bit like that, aren't we?
A bit.
Pretending to be grown up.
It's true. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yuritsa. Hello, Yuritsa.
That's a pretty name. Hi,
Yes.
Yuritsa. Hi.
What did you enjoy the most of the movie? Favorite scene for both of you? You go first.
Oh goodness, that one's a good question. A very good question, Yuritsa. I think it's hard to pick one thing that I liked best about it. I think the reunion with both the character from a creative perspective and the reunion with all the people involved. It was so nice to go back and be in her world again among all of these characters that we all have loved for so many years, and the actors who play them, and then the team that's behind production, and with Sharon again. That was a real joy. I'd forgotten how much I missed everybody, and there was a real sort of shared joy about being back together again. And my favorite scene, it's hard to say because there are so many that make me laugh. I love Gianni in the smallest Italian restaurant in London. He makes me laugh. He made us laugh so much that we barely got that scene shot because we just never knew what he was going to do or what it might look like from behind the camera.
Right.
That was something.
But behind the monitor.
Behind the monitor when he was cleaning the milk steamer.
The scene is basically where she's in the smallest Italian restaurant and she's got both men there, and the waiter who owns the restaurant is also there. And there was just a scene where when it gets to the conversation gets a bit awkward, he moves away to pretend to clean something, but all I could see on the monitor, all I could see on the monitor was cleaning his coffee machine, was somebody doing this. I was finished.
It was over.
We were trying to
30 minutes later.
Film that scene.
30 minutes later.
That's all I could see. And so, anyway, probably had to be
She
there.
did say adolescent. She did. She did say adolescent.
You did have to be there, but I couldn't direct that scene once he started doing it because that's all it looked like. So we had to adjust the camera so we could see what he was actually doing.
Not assuming.
Having a wank. So,
Oh,
so that was fun.
yeah, that was
a good
fun.
one.
That was
good.
fun. That was a
I
fun
really
scene.
enjoyed filming them taking you to the hospital.
Yeah, me too.
That was
the
very
bridge
funny.
on
Not
the bridge.
quite funny for you or for Colin, because those pregnancy bellies that you had to wear are very, very heavy. They're made from prosthetic rubber and they're really heavy.
Yeah,
and then
pretty solid.
Yeah, Colin had to lift you and the prosthetic belly and
For days.
yeah, for days and days and days.
In the rain.
And when in the rain with storms with names, and he wasn't acting, was he?
No, that was genuine pain and
Yeah.
struggling and
Yeah.
strife, which I felt guilty to say just made me laugh.
I know,
Oh
me
gosh,
too.
something about Colin's awkwardness and
I
how
know.
he tries to carry on
know.
and persevere is
I
just
know.
too funny.
I know.
Colin's suffering.
I know, and
Oh.
he constantly, there's little outtakes where he'll go, really, you want more? And I went, yeah, come on, we need more on this shot. We need more on this shot. Really more? Yeah, more. No, he really was struggling, but it was really funny for us, not for him.
Yeah, and the improv, the lines that he would come up with in the middle of the takes were
Yeah.
priceless.
Yes.
Sometimes I would have to bury my face in an armpit so you couldn't see that I couldn't keep a straight face through it.
He's so dry,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah,
So dry and
yeah.
so funny
He's
and
so
so
funny.
English.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great.
So.
He's great.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you. Sue. Hi, Sue. For
Hey,
both
Sue.
of you, how has Bridget grown in this movie?
That is a really good. That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that because she's older, she's a little bit more evolved.
I don't think she is.
Yeah, not in some ways. That was the interesting challenge.
Yeah.
Was how do you show that a person has matured but still stay true to the essence of who that character is, and how do you show that she's evolved, and probably more importantly sometimes how she hasn't evolved, like all of us, you know. I think that's one of my favorite things about this incarnation of the Bridget Jones experience, is that it sort of subverts the idea that by a certain time in your life you're supposed to have it figured out, and you just, as you get older, you just recognize you just don't.
Yeah.
You never reach that place where you have it all together. You're always just kind of a kid trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And I think that if you ask yourself, you know, if I ask myself the question, how have I evolved in the last 15 years? Not really at all.
Right,
You know?
right.
I don't think so.
Right.
Circumstances of my life have changed, but
Right.
have I evolved? So, but I think what was interesting about her in the first one was that she was quite OCD. She counted calories, she counted cigarettes, and all of that was like as a substitute for looking for meaning in her life. And this time, though, we wanted to, she's down to her ideal weight, she's given up the cigarettes, and she still has no meaning in her life, which we thought was great. We just, you know, stick it to her, give her a real dilemma. And we threw in a few more, because big things happen in your 40s. Like
Yes.
people die, your biological clock dies.
Yeah, all
Big
those
things happen, and we wanted to give her big dilemmas. And, you know, things that make you resolve to change your life.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Renegotiate your life perspective, and you know, in doing so, you evolve. In doing so, you know, you sort of become more inclined to listen to your own intuition and decide that the suggested social paradigms for happiness might not apply to you in your life, and that's okay. So she is more self-possessed.
Yes.
And she's more professionally accomplished, but she still doesn't have it quite figured out. She's still hopelessly romantic
Yes.
and optimistic, and I think that's
Still
part
lets
of her
her
charm.
personal life intrude upon her work
Yes.
life rather too much.
Yes, which is endearing,
Yeah.
I think.
Which is like all of us. We're all pretending to be professionals at work when at home it's all falling to fuck, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah,
You know,
for
so-
sure.
So,
I know it.
yeah, we know what we're doing. We know. We're doing it now.
Yeah,
We're doing it now.
No.
Last question. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Randy. Hi, Randy. Why did you all wait so? Y'all, I like that. Wait so long to make a new
word.
movie.
Hi, Randy, who's probably from my neck of the woods.
I loved all the others.
And Randy
good.
wrote y'all correctly as well.
Yeah,
with
no,
the
I love
Y
that.
apostrophe, and I
Yeah, why
appreciate
y'all?
that.
That's great. So why did y'all wait so long to make a new movie? Why did we?
A lot of reasons. Colin called it wrangling cats, trying to get everybody to be available at the same time.
That was the main reason.
That was
wasn't it?
one of the reasons. Well, and also developing the script, because we just wanted to be careful that we didn't make a film just for the sake of it, because we thought that, oh, people would like to go and see this. We wanted it to be a worthwhile film. And yeah, I think we wanted to be careful with these characters and wanted the film to stand on its own as a film, not depend on people's nostalgia for the characters or, yeah, like that. So it took a minute. And I'm glad, because I think it's really interesting to catch up with these characters and see what they've been doing all of these years, and that there is a genuine passage of time that people who love these characters like we do have also experienced. Obviously, it's like we've all sort of grown together. So.
I think they want us to wrap it up now.
Oh, great.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you
For sending all your wonderful questions and for joining us live.
Yeah.
You do the next bit.
Well, be sure to catch Bridget Jones' Baby out in theaters, and keep the conversation going here. We'd love to hear what you think.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's really fun. Bye.
This is our first time.
This is our first time.